Great to be here. I'm Eugene, co-founder, CEO of Prets, and I'm here to talk with you. We're working with our team to do embedded finance layer for European energy transition. Let's dive into the problem. What we see is that homeowners need to retrofit their homes for 25 to 50K. A median household only has 9K in savings. And we see that 71% of all homeowners have interest to upgrade their homes, but only 0.2% actually do it every year. And that's a problem. And we believe that homeowners are struggling to finance home energy upgrades. When we look at the Dutch market, where we are founded and started, we see 3,000 retrofit providers in the Netherlands generating 150K quotes. And 30 to 40% of those quotes need financing, which gives you a 1 billion annual flow. And that pattern repeats throughout Europe, resulting in a 300 billion annual TAM. What we do at Prets, we embed finance where renovation decisions are actually made. We make an ROI calculation, we instantly match the financing, and we actually help people to get the financing in. We're fully licensed, lender integrated, and we're embedded in the CRM, ERP, and the quote tools of the installers. So let's look how that works. A homeowner is interested to make his house more sustainable. He's looking at a heat pump, reach out to an installer, create a quote, and at this point in time, there's no financing integrated. The customer asks, is it a good investment, and is this financeable for me? The installer loses the customer, goes to a bank, everything is gone. And what we do, we go in between. We structure the offering of the banks by making that embeddable, and we go back to the installer and make it embeddable in their flows, in their ERPs, in their systems. So the quote of the installer can contain financing options directly with the effect on their household finance directly, and the homeowner can make a decision. We are scaling through where the decisions are actually made on the flow, and we are integrating with ERP and CRM flows of the installers. At this moment, we have a 40K commercial transaction revenue in rollout. We're revenue generating since Q4 this year. We have a 2% transaction fee resulting in 200 to 600 euros that we get on an average finance quote. And we see that an average installer has an opportunity of 20 to 40K monthly revenue on our side. With our full stack team, 1 million in pre-seed funding and 3.5 million in non-dilutive grants we got from the government, we're building this solution. And we believe this is the time to do this. When we look at the market, we see that, one, Europe is opening up with energy data, financial data, but also AI makes it easier than ever to really make sure that financial decisions become very simple for consumers. And three, we see that the mortgage banks are really pressed to decarbonize their mortgage portfolio. And Prets is in the intersection of this. So we are really in the middle of this, and we think that we can simplify and scalable solution for greening the future of retrofit financing. If we look at Europe, we believe we can passport this to Europe as well, because although the regulations may change slightly, although the lenders are slightly different, there are three questions that are in the core. How much does it cost? How much can I save? And how do I finance this for every homeowner in Europe? And that's why we believe with Prets, we can make home energy renovation financially accessible to everyone. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Eugene.
Perfect. Thank you so much. A quick question maybe when it comes to market expansion as well. I know that you are currently live in the Netherlands as well. What are the other European key markets that you would see yourself going live with? And what are the adjustments that you would need to do to the product in order to go live there?
Yeah. So what we see, our first customers are already live, not only in the Netherlands, but also in the UK and in France. So what we see there is some expansion, and in Germany, sorry. So we see those are the key markets that we follow next. So we can follow our early customers and work with them to also go live there. That's one. Two, we need to localize the lenders. We need to passport our license and move from there. That's the key thing we need to do.
Hi, thank you so much for your presentation.
I think for me, the key question here is distribution, because your customer group is incredibly fragmented. So how do you think about the efficiency in scaling that distribution across different geos within Europe?
So what we are doing, we're integrating with ERPs and CRMs that are already serving those installers. And that means that we make a seamless integration, just like Adyen and Stripe do within Shopify. And that's the way we distribute. So we are a PSP, but we're not a PSP, we're an embedded lending solution. And we make it scalable through that way of thinking. I hope that answers the question.
What would be the advantage of the actual homeowner to have an installer that uses your services versus them arranging through their own bank a loan for a home upgrade?
And one, we take away the friction in the journey. So actually we integrate their own bank as well as a solution. So we bring it to the point of sale. It's taking away friction, it's making it easy. So we're not a lender. We're aggregating all the options together. Mortgage options, government-backed options, consumer credit. We bring them all together and give the options to the consumer. So it's overview and speed.
Anything else in mind? You can ask a second question as well if you want to. There's still time.
If you had a magic wand and you can solve any problem to make this a success, what would that problem be?
Quicker access to AI, a quicker way to underwrite the loans to the banks. So quicker access to banks. That will be the magic wand. So that's a long journey. It takes a long time to integrate with them. If that goes quicker, it's easier. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Eugene.
Thank you.
Thanks for the great questions. Let's give a big round of applause.